Good morning, friends and fellow farmers. Alright, it's the 27th. Oh my gosh, we are nearing the end of the season here. No children there. But no coffee either. Oh, this is a conundrum. Alright, let's go and see here. What is fortune for the day? Spirits are very happy. Well, it might be a day to get something done. Good morning, kid. And good morning, Benny. Good morning, I made you a hot breakfast. It's important to me that you leave here with a full belly. Okay, now that's interesting because, yeah, I don't have any room for this hot breakfast. So what happens to it? I see it doesn't add to my... Okay. No, you just don't get it. Is that what happens? Oh, you get the rug off the floor. Yeah, I don't think it... Here, let's put that there. It's a cute rug. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I guess we simply do not get the hot breakfast. Are you sure? What if I come this side? No? How about if I go this way? No? Over here? Again? No? Alright, well. We got lots of hugs. That's, I guess, a good thing. Greetings, young Adapter. I've enclosed in this package an item of arcane significance. Use it wisely. Emrasmodius. So let's see here. We got ourselves... we got a bunch of goodies. Right, so we went and got about a kajillion logs. That was the amount. And we got... That was mostly it. We're right. We were prepping the island to do a whole pile more stuff. I'm just going to keep running here and then clear out my inventory. So, really, all that stuff's finished. So we can go and do some more things here. Yeah, so we got a lot of stone. Oh my gosh, we have so much crud. So we're officially out of space for wood in that chest. Good, good, good. Oh, yikes. Okay, so we have 431 oak resin. How much did I end up having of that pine tar? I don't know. Okay, well, let's throw, I guess, the remaining amounts of logs in there. I was moving seed makers, that's right. So lots of little things happening here. And still had a whole pile of fun things to do with the... growing on the island. Well, let's dump this ring off because I'm not going to do anything with that at this exact moment. And then let's keep going here. What do we have here? Nothing I really need to bring necessarily to the island. Yeah, we'll leave all this stuff for the moment. Okay, let's go check on this. Oh boy. That's a crud ton. That is a crud ton. Okay, well let's get rid of, I guess, the last couple things we have here. That's astounding. I did not see that I'd be getting through everything in this place anytime soon. We still do have a few more things, of course, to get through. But frankly, it's not much. Okay, and yeah, it's not coffee, because boy, we're moving slow. We're going to eat one of these spicy eels just for the sake of moving quicker. There we go. There we are. Right, and I was bummed to see that I couldn't use the lava eel as an eel. So I need to get back out. I need to get fishing more out at the cove there. That might be a thing. Okay, that's kind of it. I don't know what I want to do with the rest of this stuff. I mean, I think I want to put those in kegs, I think. I don't believe I wanted to put those here. I'll just take that. That's that. It amazes me when you finally process enough stuff. Now I think what I need to go do is go through the shed perhaps and find other piles of things. Okay, so officially got too much stuff here. Let's put this here. I pickled too many weird things. Okay, and then yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do this. This is a variety of stuff. This is my problem, is it's hard to actually have a grasp now of how much stuff we've produced. Kitty, I keep hitting the kitty with freezing water. It can't be good. Okay, let's go check on this stuff down here and then we'll go and look at the greenhouse. How are we looking today? About just more stingray roe. So I guess, I mean, yeah, we will have enough to process here. We'll be able to take the roe and do something with it. I mean, it does add up. That is another thing. I was not very good at keeping up with the roe. I totally underestimated the row previously. Whereas it really does produce a lot of stuff. Oh, great, another chicken has hatched. Momo. Okay, so we've got the... I don't know. I think... yeah, what is this thing going to be? Gold is used... I'm just thinking of like things that gold is used in. I don't, it's not, gold is nothing that, there we go, call this one chain. I don't, yeah, I don't wear jewelry. I don't think about, oh boy, I need to get some stuff in the chest. That's not looking good. Okay, let's get another one going. And then let's go and fill up our, I was just, in the back of my mind, I was kind of thinking about this. Cool. I wonder how much food they have. Not enough, apparently. Not enough. Oh, hey, we got wood skip over here. Right, and I can't. Let's go do the one over here, where I'm keeping all of the... This is a hard habit to get into now. Yeah, we were basically plumb out there, weren't we? 960. Alright, so let's dump off more stuff here. Oh yeah, right, so we're out of room again. And that pine tar there, again, I don't remember exactly what I wanted the pine tar for. I mean, the main things here, bee stuff, doesn't need it. Kegs don't need it. Oh, we need it for looms. Right, okay. Right, we had made some more looms, so I could still make more looms to process things, I suppose. Not really that much of an emergency. I can make 22 more crystallariums. Yeah, I do feel like on the making of stuff front, the only thing I'd probably make a lot of is kegs, and we're cooking on those pretty good. The big holdout is going to be, I guess, wood. Really is the only holdout, because the rest of the stuff we can make up to a couple hundred, and even then I'm sure I could wrangle more stuff. Now in terms of yeah, I had this little chest here of the stuff I could theoretically, I guess, process. This is about it though, isn't it? I don't know why I have, you know, as much as I do of any of these things. I think I was just like keeping one of each. But this, initially this might have been keeping stuff because I was thinking about quests. And people wanting stuff. So maybe I'll just keep, this will be like my seed bank. It's like the international center for, you know, keeping things that are important. I don't know. Strange bun. Don't think I can put that in a thing. I can try. And these as well. Okay, no, there's more here than I was thinking. Oh. Okay, I've got multiple kinds of beads, I see. And the corn. At this point, I don't feel like I need... I don't actually know what I have in my kitchen. It's like, do I need corn oil for processing? I don't even know what I need for my crab cakes. Mostly, I'm thinking, but I'm not sure what I have ingredient-wise. I feel like I needed like egg or something for those. This is going to consume like the bulk of what I have anyway. Yeah, it's bananas. It doesn't go far, any of this. I don't even know what I just put in there. Was that a ancient fruit? Possibly. That's wild. I think I just used up my like weird stockpile. Oh no, we didn't. Close. Not quite. Okay, well there we go. We have a few things. This is good. Okay, not a ton though. I mean, really, one more trip out here and this will all be processed as well. Huh. Okay, let's keep going here. Oh, hold up. Actually, I was going to check on the corn. While I'm at it, because I've got nothing processing down here. I think I already had corn here, but I should probably keep these cooking because, why not? This isn't going to be, like, economic-wise the best thing, but whatever. Let's just process what we can. Okay, that's good. 8. I'll put the rest there. Then that's done. That buys us a whole pile of stuff. Alright, I think now we're ready to get out for the day. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did have crab cakes already. That's good. Okay. I should grab the cinder shards to do things. Hey buddy, how's it going over here? Is teaming with Exotic Life. Can you believe this place? Yeah, no, I can. It is pretty wild. Okay. Yeah, I love it. All this is looking good, isn't it? Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Now, in terms of this area here, I can still continue with this too. Maybe I'll do this. This is a lot of stuff that's come in today. Oh my gosh. I'm going to hold this controller with one hand if I can. It's awkward as heck, but I'm going to try and drink my coffee with the other hand. 1 second. That is much better. Alright. Yeah, I want to get these things moved. Oh, there's too many things to do. It is funny. I think this game comes in like swells of activity for me. Like, for a while, I'll get an idea and then I'll just run with that idea. Mostly. I mean, sometimes you start an idea and you go, you know what, this isn't as interesting or whatever as I thought it would be, but then that's okay. But often you get an idea and you start running and you get hooked into the process of whatever the idea is, whether it's making kegs or whatever it is. And that idea is going to sustain you quite a while in this game. And I think that's the big one where it's never quick. Like any path to a thing is just gonna, especially when you get at this scale, it's just, you know, it's gonna take forever. And that's the part of the joy of it, in a way, is that you know this is gonna be like a big long project, and that's kind of fun because it gives you an objective. And there's this, a strong sense of completion at the end of that. Like, I definitely am a completion-oriented person, not a completionist, but like, if I'm, at work, I like a list. I like to check things off a list. I'm a list-based person. Lists work for me. Maybe they don't work for everybody, but I don't function without lists. It's the only way I keep this channel going, is having a spreadsheet. Like, I like that kind of order. I enjoy that. And it turns off part of your brain, because you don't have to think about what you need to do next, which is, there's something, I like going on a kind of autopilot with that, because it doesn't take up space in my head, because it's not important. So in this, once I finally kind of like stumble my way into what I want to do next, it's satisfying just doing it, just that process. And I think this game appeals to that very strongly, that sense of doing, the list checking and all of that. It very much, yeah, it taps into that very, very nicely. Let's see, we're at 300 or so far. Okay, so this is, yeah, we're getting actually a strong sense today, I think, of what is here. Not 100%, but it's going to give us, there was a lot of fruit in, so this is a good indicator of our full crop here. But once, the pineapples get coming in and stuff too, that's going to add a whole other thing, so that's nice. Yeah, I was thinking a lot today about, very recently I was reading a whole pile of stuff about, totally left field, narrative systems, and about how games attempt to tell stories and how games work how do you design a narrative system and how you make a narrative work for people? Like, in these games, in like the Story of Seasons games, everything's tied to kind of milestones with gifting. So you gift enough stuff, you get a bit of story. And so the event happens because you've reached that milestone. Or you get, that's largely what it is. And then then it's location based as well. So you complete enough of a thing, go to a certain place, you trigger a thing. But then you think of like games like, say, Firewatch, which I thought, had a really great sense of story. If you played it, it's a very enjoyable story. I thought it was very lovingly done, and it was very immersive. It was very, there's a sense of emergency in the game. There's a sense of your involvement in things, and it very much felt alive. It made that very much work. And realizing, it was like, it's, heavily location based. And then you had to meet requirements, but if you're in a specific spot, things can happen. Weighted based on, I guess, whatever you've done previously. At any rate, I was thinking just in general about this idea of like how we build, or how people build narrative systems, how video games are made, and we interact with them, and dovetailing it into this idea of how video games are want to be different than movies, and they want to be different than other forms of entertainment. And they always have been. I mean, from the early days of like Choose Your Own Adventure and text-based games, like Zork and all those, old kind of things. The idea of it is a thing that you're engaged with in a very active way, and movies are very passive. So how do you make the person feel that they're involved? And narrative systems in games seems to have really spent a long time trying to get their head around how to do that, how to make the experience feel very vibrant and alive. And that's a really fascinating, to me, that's a really fascinating topic. I love playing in games, but I love story. I like writing story. Story's interesting to me for its ability to do those things. Oh my gosh. So we have roughly about 460, about 600 roughly here. So I think that previous count someone had made was pretty bang on. Yeah, that's a lot. So we'll be able to do this easily. That's bananas that this is all in. So yeah, at any rate, that idea that games are trying to provide a very intimate experience that you control and interact with, and it feels more alive and immersive because of your ability to make the choices, to do the thing. But really, a lot of choices in games are kind of false. Like even in this game, when you make a narrative choice, when you decide what to tell a villager about something, really, you can't go too far wrong. And even if you do, it doesn't have any really meaningful consequence, because you can always give them more stuff. You can fix it. You can make it right. So that false sense of, it's great that we get so busy with everything else in the game, because you're not really aware of that falseness of it. It doesn't get you. You don't go, well, this is just baloney. I don't have any real influence in this game. Because otherwise it would drive you bananas. At any rate, it's just a thing I think about, like how do we make games more immersive and sophisticated? And is there a real way it can do that? And this is totally all over the place, my thinking, but I've been watching through Ozark, which is not a kid-friendly show at all, but it's I don't like shows like that because they're so anxiety-inducing. They are so anxiety-inducing. It's just stress watching. But it's very, very, very well... it's not just well written, but it's well crafted. The idea of how do you tell a big, giant story with these very complex storylines that are so big that they're almost ridiculous. Well, they are. I mean, they are ridiculous and improbable. And yet, how do you make it in such a way that there's a believability to the whole thing? And then, so in other words, what I was thinking is that imagine that is a TV show like Ozark with these kind of, three big interacting elements: a family, a drug cartel, and I guess a drug cartel, maybe four. Heroin growers, and this is total Stardew Valley talk, and a mob. How do you interact all of these elements together to create something that is okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm just now thinking about how much stuff I should go check on the things at home. How you interact with those things in a way that is it's exciting. Good day, Penny. Good day. Have a good evening. Exciting and meaningful and interesting and, really surprising you, which is a difficult thing to do, I think, nowadays with shows. So what I was thinking is like this idea of, could you make a game that has the narrative choices that provides an outcome that is as interesting as what the writers have done on that show? Could that be a video game, in other words? And I don't know that you would ever come to some of the narrative conclusions that happen. Now, here's another example I'm going to give that is going to tie in kind of. I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2 a tiny bit, and it's not a family-friendly game, but there was a train holdup that happens, and my kids were kind of, intrigued by what this game was trying to do, so they were watching a bit of this train holdup, which, wasn't too bad. And very recently, my daughter and I were watching an old Richard Linklater movie called The Newton Boys, and while watching it, she said, that's Red Dead Redemption 2. That's a train robbery. And, video games try to escape movies. They often crib from movies very liberally and are influenced heavily by this other medium. And that's an interesting idea of, like, it can't escape the influence of cinema, despite whatever it wants to do from it. It just can't. And, anyway, so thinking of, like, could you make multiple thought lines here? Could you make a video game that is as interesting as what's done in something like Ozark? And could you make it interesting and feel unique and feel novel in a way that doesn't just feel like it's cribbing another medium? And would it, given the way player interaction happens and multiple choices come together, how would you manifest that? How would you make it so that the players try to get all of these different things to happen in a way that seems kind of like, I don't know, that they're not on rails, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that you could, not only would you have, potentially the outcome of, say, like a Season 3 Ozark where you get some pretty extreme and wild outcomes, but the player could have maybe taken a totally different path and not gone there. And what would your outcome look like? How does a game deal with that? And games then have to produce, an utterly ridiculous number of potential. It's not just like a cascading problem of narrative. You're talking about wildly divergent potential storylines. So it would be like, well, imagine that Season 2 and 3 didn't happen. Now you've got a totally different thing. You can't write that. And so video games have this really weirdly restrictive problem, that even if you're relying on some very complex programming to provide story chunks and help build these very narrative lines, I don't know that you can easily produce something that is that complex. And not that you necessarily should. Not that video games should try to be movies or TV. That's not their job. But they're a different medium. But it's interesting because it's a medium that they emulate and that they seem like they want to be in many ways. But they also can't, which is weird. Anyway, that's my thinking lately on that. That's what my morning meditation was on. Think about weird stuff. I was just like, strange. TV shows, movies. But yeah, I think the things they're often best when they're doing their own thing. Does I have any more coffee here? Anyway, I was thinking, I'm very intrigued by game design and specifically narrative design, and I enjoy reading about it. But it's a bit of a brain burner. I don't really get, there's no easy solutions, and it's a weirdly complex thing to try to accomplish. And I don't know, does it succeed? Yes, mostly. But it does its own thing, and that's probably good. And I'll be noodling about this more later. All right, we will see you all next time. Till then, bye-bye.